You know, okay, so here's a fun fact about The Matrix and Will Smith.
One of his teeth.
Everybody talks about Will Smith and like, oh, I can't believe you fucked that up. But you know what? That part was issued to a lot of people. Leonardo DiCaprio, fucking, God, what's her name? Sandra Bullock was offered the part as well. She was also offered the part of Neo. And when she turned it down, they offered her the part of Trinity, and she also turned that down.
Yeah.
Dude, the script was all over the place when it was at its early stages.
Oh, yeah.
All of these stars turned that shit down because
apparently the first drafts were rough.
Were terrible.
But the thing is, Will Smith dodged the bullet because he starred in the amazing film Wild Wild West.
Yeah, and that was the period where Will Smith was really cautious about jumping into any action movie after Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, it's good that it all ended up being that way because Keanu was meant to be Neo.
Keanu was meant to be 100%.
Absolutely.
I think it was fantastic.
I've heard this thing where Will Smith said they did a really terrible job explaining the movie to him, and I'm like, why did you just send the people watch Ghost in the Shell?
Because
this in live action.
Absolutely, he'd have been like, dude, that's a cartoon.
And then if he's like, well, then you're not right for this role. Like, if you can't cross that bridge, then forget it. To me, that'd be a litmus test. If anything,
Black was successful.
Watch Ghost in the Shell. If you think that's dope as fuck, come on.
That's a great example of a movie that is infinitely fucking rewatchable. Like Back to the Future for me, infinitely rewatchable is the first Men in Black.
Yeah,
that movie is so good. From beginning to fucking end, it's brilliantly paced and has amazing characters.
You know what was overlooked? The Men in Black cartoon. Fucking fantastic.
Oh no.
Fucking
bruh.
So you know, my boy.
That shit was not underrated. That cartoon was fucking sick.
It was underrated, man. A lot of people talked about it, man.
I'm gonna embarrass. I can embarrass Max on stream right now. I know why and when he was watching that show on TV.
Oh yeah.
Because that was back right when we were getting into anime, and we would watch because that would come on.
Oh no, that was when I was in high school.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was like a sophomore, like way before I was working.
Because we were watching, because they were starting to like air animes, and they were starting to air animes on Kids WB, and Men in Black, and I had the exact same thing. I would watch Men in Black, I watched Batman Beyond.
Yep.
And then I watched some of the animes.
WB Channel 5 was for us. WB is 100% was just killing it. The only thing I tuned out on
it wasn't Pokemon.
Was Pokemon.
It wasn't Pokemon.
Tuned out on Pokemon. Waited for Batman Beyond, Men in Black, Batman Superman Adventures, like all that.
Somewhere
kind of stuff.
Kenny's daughters are screaming right now. You don't like Pokemon.
There were two short-lived animes that we watched. This is how we started our first conversations, Max. Because I was watching, because I noticed you were an artiste in the store, and we started talking about, we were watching Escaflowne and Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah,
we were like, these are really well animated.
Yeah, the very early shows that were demoed on Fox, because Fox picked up a bunch of crazy anime and shit.
Yeah.
And it was like Samurai Pizza Cats and the Mega Man TV series and Escaflowne and Cardcaptor Sakura. Actually, I think Cardcaptor Sakura was on Channel 5.
It was on Channel 5, and that's how I know you watched Men in Black, and because it was all just in that block. It was in the same block.
I need to know right now, when are they gonna bring back Osmosis Jones? They need to bring that fucking thing back.
What?
And he needs to take on COVID-19 right now and just fucking destroy
and
that.
And after that, where's Titan AE2?
Oh shit, Titan AE2! Oh my god!
Gee, we're gonna go back, Steve.
We're going back. Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
And then when's Bebe's Kids 2?
Oh god!
When is Bebe's Kids 2? Why? Hashtag
they don't die.
Bebe's Kids.
They multiply. What? Are you crazy? Titan AE, holy shit, that movie went under the radar.
That's how me and Max first started talking when we were hanging out at the store, was because the Escaflowne and Cardcaptors was animated by Madhouse, who did fucking Ninja Scroll and One Punch Man.
The high quality parts of the show were really
We were like, why is this so well animated? I don't get it, because like Pokemon always looked cheap. Because it was. Yeah. But then then they followed with Cardcaptors. I'm like, okay, this is a little gross, but my god, is it well animated.
Like in terms of like the artistic quality of the show, like fuck.
Like, why is this so well done? And then like same thing with Escaflowne.
And then I learned about the history of the artist for Cardcaptor Sakura, which is, I forget the name. It's like one word.
Madhouse.
Not Madhouse.
Clamp.
Clamp. Yes. Like, and they have that specific style for their characters. That is the same for like everything. I remember reading about that stuff. Yes, Clamp.
Yep. And then
one movie And usually this movie gets in this pantheon gets a lot of credit in like the early 2000s ring of animated features is Iron Giant. Everyone loves Iron Giant.
Yeah.
It's like a classic now. However, I think, oh my God, am I forgetting the name of the movie? Movie about Moses.
Prince of Egypt.
The Prince of Egypt.
Oh, yeah, that was animated glory.
Motherfucker.
The animation was fucking glorious on that.
Motherfucker,
Yeah,
that
was
movie.
really good.
God damn, dude. That's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's very
Animation
weird,
was
like, that they chose that kind of movie for, like, an animated feature. But holy shit, dude. I remember...
It was a big...
What the fuck? Okay.
It was Katzenberg's big fuck you after being, leaving Disney.
A lot of the industry is that. A lot of animated featurettes and features are a big fuck you, Disney. We're going to find someone else that'll do this.
So he wanted to do... Katzenberg is a nut job, but, like, I'll give him credit. Like, hey, I appreciated someone went out and was like, I'm going to make a fucking serious animated film.
Yeah.
And, my God, if there were Academy Awards...
How the hell does that shit not win?
Right, because Shrek won the first one. But it's like, imagine if they had done animated features earlier. Prince of Egypt would have destroyed whatever Disney movie came out that same year. Like, I can't remember what year exactly. It's like 98, 99, something like that. But it's like, like Prince of Egypt, whatever Disney came out with that year, got creamed.
There you go.
El Dorado?
Atlantis. Atlantis was a really good
I
one.
have never seen Atlantis.
You never seen Atlantis?
It's not bad.
I saw El Dorado.
Fucking a visual marvel of fucking animation.
I remember
Mike
That is
Mignola
fucking
art.
amazing.
Yes, I remember at the time I was not a big fan of Mike Mignola's art because he has a very distinct, simple style.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. I didn't like it, and I don't like these designs, blah, but now I'm like different now.
At that age, yes. At that age, I really didn't like the Dragon Ball, very simple looking style characters and the Mike Mignola style characters, so I did not like Atlantis at the time. But I've grown to like really appreciate that shit.
Same
Yeah,
boat.
the art style,
Now I actually like
animation
it
was
and
fucking
appreciate
glorious,
it,
man.
which is weird to say. But like, I'm in the same damn boat.
No, we can't chat. We already know Treasure Planet's fucking great. Treasure Planet is amazing. The movie's underrated as fuck, and it was essentially sent to die.
Yep.
Yeah, that movie was it was a marketing blunder that the movie was essentially set to just like, well, fuck it, just throw it out.
Yeah,
and it got destroyed by a bunch of other shit. So
Came out in
but it's
between
amazing.
Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Well, you're so obsessed with fucking Lord of the Rings, of course,
Dude, everybody
it died in
knows.
your eyes.
Every Lord of the Rings.
Well,
was
my eyes,
Yeah.
please.
Jesus, man.
Please. I mean, have you seen the fucking receipts for that movie?
Simmons, go watch Titanic.
I don't need to.
Yes.
I've seen that movie through osmosis at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
sinks.
that's a
Okay.
great
History.
that's a great one. Somebody just mentioned it. Hang on. I'm gonna say, what is like a classic animated movie or like thing that you remember being super badass, and then you go back to it and you watch it and you're like, I got one. Beautiful movie, but you go back and you watch The Secret of Nim.
Okay.
The mouses and the magic.
Oh, Bojack is
You
not
go
gonna
back
be your
and you
friend
watch
any
The
longer.
Secret of Nim.
Yeah.
And that movie is fucking all over the place, dude.
Yeah. Story-wise,
Story-wise,
it's
all over the goddamn
But the
place.
animation was great, dude.
Really beautiful film.
Yeah, that's what I
But
was-
damn it, it's like,
No one knows what's going on.
I want to love this shit, like really bad. But after revisiting it and having so many incredible memories as a kid, I came back and I'm like, I just don't. I think there's some great stuff in here, but I think its story is just so messed up. Watership down. Shut up, Chad.
You know what mine's is? The original Tron. I don't know why I went back and I watched it and I just think this is so boring.
It's boring.
It is so fucking boring. Like, what the fuck, man?
I never saw it.
It really
You never
is
saw
carried,
original Tron?
It
Yeah.
really is carried on its visuals.
We
Hey,
tried.
fucking the reboot. Or it wasn't a reboot. It was basically a continuation.
was a sequel.
It was a sequel. That was boring as fuck too.
I saw
Really?
Me and Max both saw the sequel at the same time. We were kind of like, I don't know.
I was so busy looking at Jeff's really crazy face.
Yeah.
You were just like, what are we doing?
I have a weird history with Tron where, my parents knew I liked sci-fi growing up. They actually went out of their way back when there used to be multiple mom and pop video rental shops, and they kept trying to find Tron. They could rent Tron. They were not going to buy Tron, but they're like, they wanted to rent Tron.
PG, yeah.
They wanted to rent it and like show it to me because they're like, yeah, we remember this movie. It was a flop, but maybe you'll like it. And we looked and looked and looked, never found it. So it was like this weird enigma of a film where it was like,
It just you couldn't trace it.
just couldn't trace it down, couldn't
find
find it. And by the time it probably got easy to do, I had lost interest. So yeah, I saw Tron Legacy. It's Daft Punk soundtrack's great, but the movie's just...
You know what fucking redeemed all that shit? The fucking
animated show.
The animated show.
Everyone says the animated show.
I fucking kept telling Kenny about it.
It was fucking amazing.
It was so good.
It was like Batman meets Tron.
Now, that was underrated because that got canceled.
Crazy underrated.
I think it got 2 seasons or 1.
I think 1, and I'm like, where's more?
I need more of that.
I'm going to say the name of this movie and let me know if it brings back any memories. Rock-a-doodle-doo.
Jesus Christ.
Does anyone remember the animated movie about the rooster that is like Elvis?
Yeah.
I saw that shit in theaters.
Oh my god!
I saw that shit in theaters.
Rock-a-doodle.
Yeah.
You know what 2 movies for me? It's Cool World and Titan AE.
Yeah, Cool World was hilarious.
So we were saying
hilariously
awesome.
bad.
You think they're still good?
No.
Oh, okay.
go
So
back
you're
and
on
like,
the same topic. Okay, so you think they did not age well?
Yeah.
No. Cool World.
Yeah, Cool World. I remember even as a kid being.
I thought it was gonna be cool. Oh, it's gonna be like Roger Rabbit. But
Yeah.
even like,
We all thought that. We all thought that. Yep.
It was just.
Titan AE. Also, I agree. It was pretty fucking boring.
You were saying that 20 years ago.
I know. I don't remember
You're
feeling
like,
that.
you're like, man, that movie, you think that's great, but you watch the second time, you realize it's actually kind of boring.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have actually had that epiphany with Titan A, where it's like, it seemed cool at first, but on a rewatch, you're like, man, this movie kind of sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like those old Don Bluth like style movies are beautiful.
Don
like, animation.
Bluth is so bizarre because I think his 80 films are still really good. Although, I know you kind of pull up the Nim thing, but like, and I think you're right. Nim's weird because like it's kind of doing this weird sort of like mixture of like nature, versus technology.
Yeah.
And then in the third act,
American Tail,
magic.
Dogs Go to Heaven, shit like that.
Oh, somebody mentioned one. Yeah, All Dogs Go to Heaven is still pretty good.
That movie's
amazing.
fucked
It's
up.
still it's a fucked up
crazy,
movie.
but it's fucked up.
I would
it's a good
argue
movie.
one of the best Don Bluth movies that has actually aged well is Anastasia.
Ooh.
Anastasia's good.
I don't remember it.
The happiest person.
It's a movie.
It's got the crazy sorcerer. Christopher Lloyd plays Rasputin.
Yes, Max.
I pointed at Simmons. He plays Rasputin, and it's great.
With a 13-inch reliquary.
Beast Wars didn't age well.
Yeah, no.
I still haven't watched.
Oh, I'm gonna get angry. Okay, so what are we talking about? Okay, so there's
hasn't
Beast
aged well?
Machines and Beast Wars.
Oh, I haven't seen either.
It's Wars and then Machines is the follow-up.
But the thing is,
Oh, so Machines
I
is the
saw
second
that
where he's
for
a
the first
gorilla
time.
and they're fighting in the fucking future, right? Where he's the big gorilla.
Hands up, I haven't seen any of them.
Beast Machines is when they're on Cybertron. Let me put it to you this way.
Okay.
Beast Wars, they're on Earth in the past. Beast Machines, they're on Cybertron.
Okay, Beast Machine. Okay. Okay, so he's talking about Beast Wars. That was the bad one. Beast Machines is godlike. Holy fuck.
I do know that there's like a super hardcore beast animal transformer something.
Yes,
that
that's
people are
Beast
super
Machines.
like, goddamn, like to the
I
fucking
thought he said something about Beast Machines. I was about to lose it. Woo! Okay,
Right.
thank you. All right, no.
You better not be talking about no bestiality.
Don't be talking about no Beast Machines. Just
Right? No
Beast
bestiality when
Wars.
you're
Beast
talking
Wars
about
was the bad one. Beast Machines was
know,
godlike. The best, till this day, I don't give a fuck, the best Transformers series of all time. Beast Machines. Hands down. Best ending, best characters, best premise, best story. Fuck right off.
Right?
So how do you feel about? Because I can definitely acknowledge this for like older shows like Voltron and stuff.
Yeah,
where
sure,
I love
Voltron.
Voltron, but
Yeah.
I essentially boil down to what I like about it, and it's just da 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 da. Like that's it. That's the whole show for me.
And I'll say that about G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, I'm like, man, G.I.
I was about to ask you about G.I. Joe. Do you feel the same
rough.
way?
I recently just saw G.I. Joe Resolute, where they had blood and, and fucking cussing and shit like that. And I'm like, this is just a story of just random characters doing things.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much G.I. Joe in a nutshell. But when it comes to Transformers Beast Machines, they have a full-on, planned-out fucking story for each character, and how it fleshed out is the ending of Transformers as a whole. Like, it comes to a conclusion, you know what I mean? Like, it comes full circle. And it's amazing how they flesh out the characters, because, like we always talk about, what makes a good bad guy? A bad guy who thinks that...
Relatable.
That is relatable and believes that what he's doing is
what
righteous.
doing is right, yeah.
That is all fucking Megatron in that entire thing. So it comes out to these guys just fighting for what they believe in at the end of the day, and it fleshes out so well. Great fucking animated series.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back and think of the things that I remember being amazing when I was younger, and the ones that actually really pan out.
Did you ever watch American Tail?
I don't know. I've probably seen so little of it that I don't really remember it.
That movie was great.
Yeah.
The music,
I don't.
I can't remember if it was the Aliens composer or
James Horner?
Yes, I think it was. The soundtrack is godlike because it's very well animated. My family really loved that movie, so I grew up on that. But it's Don Bluth in the '80s, so he periodically tries to scare the shit out of children.
Yeah.
Like just scare them shitless. Like
That feels like a lot of Don Bluth moments.
right?
Yeah.
Where he makes the images, like
he tries to create scary shit, like
the imagery.
I
is,
swear
like,
to God,
fucked up.
I swear to God, in The Secret of Nim, the crazy owl thing that
Yeah.
they go into the woods for is just like shot for shot the same shit that's in Ori and the Blind Forest.
Was
Yes, it is.
was Fern Gully also him?
No,
No.
Like that was Fox, but
it was
not
Fox,
him.
but not Don Bluth.
Ah,
But yeah,
okay.
like there's this moment in the beginning of the film where like it's supposed to be the Cossack invasion in Russia because it actually follows real world history. So they have for the movie, like you actually see the humans getting attacked, but then they have the Cossack cats
Yeah.
that are going in and trying to like just
And they're scary
eat
looking.
they look like Wolverines.
Yeah.
they howl and like shit like disintegrates, and they have like it's like, bro, what are you trying to do? Like trying to cause PTSD to all the children watching. Like he gets thrown overboard and he's in this storm, and the wave turns into a fucking monster with like a face and like wings and like tries to like just kill this little tiny mouse. It's like
I
no
remember
chill on this man. I love it.